Yo, what's up, guys? It's Ryan, and today I'm talking about a concept that made writing music way easier and way faster for me. Um, and like, who doesn't want that? Uh, getting work done faster. Um, but so for some context, I started with guitar. Like as far as music goes, I started with guitar, and my teacher was super into jazz and like the R&B and like jazz based genres. So that's what I learned. So I was kind of very used to the crazy side of music theory from the beginning. Um so whenever I came to electronic music, and like if we're just being real, it's from a music theory perspective, it's just way easier and way more basic because jazz is insane. Um when I came over to electronic music, I always had really hard time dialing it back. And then I learned about the pentatonic scale, which is actually like blues 101. And like it never clicked in my brain that the pentatonic scale is used outside of blues, but when it did, my air quotes pop music or anything that's not like jazz or something that's overly technical, like music that's actually listenable. Um, like my songwriting ability for that went up like crazy. So, in case you don't know the pentatonic scale, I'll just go ahead and duplicate this right here. The pentatonic scale is if you take a scale C to C. Whoops. The pentatonic scale is a scale that eliminates the half step interval. So, like, originally, you've got. I should have had this planned out, I'm sorry, but I didn't. You got something like this. But with the pentatonic scale, you get rid of the half step right here and right here. And this is now the pentatonic scale. So it's called a pentatonic scale compared to a septatonic scale because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tones in the scale. This doesn't count because it's the octave. Compared to the septatonic scale, which has the F and the B in it. So that's what the pentatonic scale is kind of doing. And it makes writing more like mass appealing music way easier because the half step creates a dissonance that not everybody is a fan of. Like if you're a fan of jazz, you hear that half step and you're just like, ooh, like that was nice, you know? But other than that, you can't really, like, it's not as widely appealing. So here I have these chords, and this is kind of a typical jazz chord progression that I would write, but instead of adding in all the crazy like half step intervals, I just replaced it with the pentatonic scale. So it sounds like this. And like deadmau5 does this all the time, but what I would have written is more something like this probably. And like for R&B, that's great. But if you're trying to write some sort of like pretty something, that and like mass appealing especially, that'll hit way better than just because that like it just doesn't sound great for most people. But as far as melodies go, it really helped, especially when I started studying like other music. I realized every vocal melody like ever fits into the pentatonic scale, especially in like church music. It's all very much. I'll just try to write something quick. like something like that. So yeah, like a few years ago, that melody would have taken me forever to get because I would be too wrapped up in the over like thinking music had to be more complicated than it should be. And now with the pentatonic scale, like this was a recent discovery. I've been writing music for a while, and like this has been a pretty recent discovery. It was actually when I really started listening to John Mayer a few months ago. It was about around then that I realized how important the pentatonic scale actually was. Before I thought it was kind of like a beginner, like noob scale or noob concept. And I was kind of a prick and was like, oh, like I don't need that. That's for the beginners. But no, there's a reason they teach it so early. It's because it's that important. So yeah, again, just to clarify or to repeat, pentatonic scale. This has been a really long-winded way to say use the pentatonic scale, but it's like your scale minus the fourth and the seventh of the scale, and like you can take this, put it in any key, and it's right. I just use C for these examples because it's all natural and people understand it. And if you want the minor pentatonic scale, you just start it on A instead. So that would just be this. And you can hear a little bit of the blues in that, especially if you were to speed it up a little. You can hear the blues right there. So yeah, I know this was kind of like ranty and long-winded, but I hope it sort of helped. It's been 7 minutes. Feels like a lot shorter, to be honest, but I hope it was at least sort of helpful. And if you've got any questions about anything, let me know in the comments. I'd be more than happy to talk for forever about anything, really, because I love trying to help. And yeah, hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe. Again, thank you so much for 500 subscribers. I really appreciate it, and didn't think I was gonna get to this point as fast as I did. So I really appreciate it. Thank you very much, and I'll hopefully see you in the next video. Bye.